Have here is a Studebaker Lark. This would have been the final car. Not much to look at in the front, but they made another one. What year would this be? I'm going to say 1962. Studebaker terminated production in the United States in 1962. They had a huge plant in South Bend, Indiana. But they still made the cars in Canada. So this is a Lark Daytona. They're really nice, small, compact cars. Studebaker merged with Packard in the late 50s. And then they were just hemorrhaging money because during the early part of the century, when General Motors and Ford and Chrysler and everybody else was trying to negotiate with the UAW, Studebaker had these real luxurious employees benefits programs. The problem was, after World War II, they didn't have a share of the market that they had before World War II. I don't know what they had before World War II, but they may have had about 15% of the market before 1941. And after World War II, a lot of those manufacturers, they didn't anticipate what to do when the war was over. You know, so it took them time to get their factories back into making production passenger vehicles, and some of them never recovered. You know. That guy I was talking to yesterday who had that Bantam car, and he mentioned how Bantam had invented the Jeep along with Willis, but they didn't have the production capabilities to produce them the way the Army wanted them to. So they gave the contract to Ford. They're just peculiar, man. Because we hear so much about Ford, but General Motors was still king of the hill, having held 50% of the market back then. So Studebakers were made up until 1966, but they were coming out of Canada. And after 1966, back then there was no NAFTA, so you would have paid your Canadian workers about 60% of what the American workers were making. So it was just hard times. But if you can find a Studebaker, this is a Lark Daytona. All their models were named after birds, I believe. This one is not bad. It's just that Syracuse Nationals, largest car show in the Northeast. You guys look that up for next year. That's probably when the state fair is, around that time. So, Lark Daytona. I'm going to guess and say 1962.